To harvest or not to harvest, that is the question. I was all set, ready to do a potato harvest, because I think the potatoes in my container got blight, and I don't want it to spread to the other potatoes. But then it started raining, and I can feel it spitting on me, even under cover. It blows in. Oh, and it's cold. And judging by the looks of the angry sky, I think we might even get a thunderstorm today. So I did a pretty good gardening day yesterday, actually. I potted up a couple more carrots. So I got carrots. I'll show you how cold it is. My sexy legs have got goosebumps. What else have I been doing? Up there behind the shed, with all that permapine, same stuff as that, all got removed on Thursday. So I'm slowly but surely clearing that spot out, hoping for the... I'd like to set up a fairy garden behind the shed there, just a tucked out of the way place kind of thing. Can't do any more work in the garden because everything is flowering. The lawns got mowed on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? No, last week I think it was. I just lost track of time. So bits and pieces, guys, bits and pieces. What's been happening? Well, I got a very rude email from my uncle saying that he won't sell me the shack for various reasons, which I won't go into. The birds are loving the weather. So that idea got shot to buggery. To add insult to injury, I live on social welfare here in Australia, so I get very, very limited allowance. And we got a raise of $50 a fortnight from the government because of COVID. I'm thinking, yeah, sure, no worries. So to add insult to injury, my arsehole landlords have taken the whole $50 for rent. Not happy. So I only get $430 a fortnight from Centrelink. I don't mind discussing my finances on YouTube. I really don't. Because if you're going to try and rob me, it's like getting blood out of a stone. So that's basically $215 a week that I live on. So out of that, I pay food, electricity, gas, internet, and this phone to keep the phone going. And I get very little for myself afterwards, so I have to make do with what I got to make do with. So I have been in a very upset mood all week last week. Poor G-Bear. Yeah, had a rant and a rave on his YouTube, which I probably shouldn't have done. But I was upset, and yeah, it's just... I wasn't happy. So I've still got my house, but it was a bit of a shock that the rent just suddenly went up to $50. Because the deal is that it's supposed to be 25% of your income, which is not a bad deal. But why take more rent out than what you should? That is my beef for the week. So it's taken me, that was Tuesday I found out about the rent increase. So it's taken me a few days to calm down and chill and just... I rang Mum in tears and she came round with a pumpkin. And it's just like, what the hell, Mum? So Yeah, so the whole family's pitching in to help me out, which is good. At least I got that to rely on. So I'm not totally destitute. So I'm going to have to pull my finger out and do this garden up a bit better to make it more sustainable for me, because I need the food. The whole idea of you are becoming annoying. He is nesting in the corner of my house, which I've got to do something about. So these birds are not the most friendliest birds. Anyway, so where was I? The price of food has just gone astronomical these days. And, you know, how can you survive if every little increase in your pay is going towards rent? So I'm just not destined to be a property owner. Really am not. So I'm sorry about the rant, guys. I was going to do a potato harvest for you. I think I might leave it for another week. There are a couple of pots up there that are just starting to die back, and they've been going since March. So March, April, May, June, July, 5 months. Those green ones there have been going since May, so they still got a while to go. I am trying to get the garden organised for spring, because that's just around the corner, and it actually has been feeling like spring now. But we've got a week's worth of wet weather this week. I think that's what this is. It's just about to start it off. So I'll be housebound all week. I won't be able to get out in the garden while it's pouring rain. Some people do it, but I can't. I've got lung issues. I was watching a lady last night on YouTube, and she was saying, I work full time, I've got kids, I can barely get out in the garden. But what she's done, she's done more than me. And I don't work, and I don't have kids, and I've got plenty of spare time. I'm just lazy. I should really call myself the lazy gardener on YouTube. Yeah, so we have done a little bit last week though, which is good. I'm hoping, I've got a friend on Facebook who wants to come and pick up the rest of that permapine next weekend. So I might be able to have that space free to fill up, and that whole area there, because the idea is to have another pot at the end there, and that can be a mandarin tree, but the only problem is this big one here cuts all the sun out. And the little one there, that one there is just starting to bud and flower. And yeah, so, oh, it's cold. It really is cold. I'm going to go back inside in a minute and light the heater. Yeah, so that is the general idea. Bit by bit, yeah. So, I mean, I'm even struggling to find money to pay for plants and soil and stuff like that at the moment. So that's how diabolical it is. So I have to make do with what I can do. Yeah, that's just the situation and the way of it. So I'm sorry about the rant, guys. I really was going to do a harvest. Really was. It's amazing how plans change. That's what this video about. Plans always change. Anyway, I'm sure you're sick of me in my morbid voice, my upset voice, but you can understand why, I'm sure. And I will talk to you all later. Okay, bye.